Well, good day to all of our awesome following. We've got some very important updates with THWGlobal to go over, but we always like to start any of our training off with something that's nice and picturesque, designed to get you to dream again, or maybe pull off those dreams that you've had on the shelf that have collected dust, maybe because the internet's beating you up a little bit. You know, you've tried to make money and maybe, most people haven't been successful. So go on and blow off the dust, and let's get to our updates here. Okay. All right. So now this is a very important update. Very important. When you log into your back office, there is, let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay. When you log into your back office, you're going to see a statement that says, in order to remain an active IV, you must subscribe to THWGlobal notifications. This is a push notification system, and what that simply means is that when you subscribe, and so I'm in a test account, so I'm going to go on and left click and subscribe, and it's going to say that they want to show notifications. I'm going to click allow. Make sure you click allow, and in just a few moments, all right, now you're going to see this right here, THWGlobal back office, thanks for subscribing. This right here is a push notification, and what that means is if you left click here, and they might not have anything. Okay, that I wish I hadn't done that, but anyway, that little push notification means when they send out a message, all right, and they use the push notification system, you'll see a message right here at the bottom left hand corner. When you click on to that message, typically they'll have a message of whatever, maybe some type of update or what have you. I use a push notification system in my own business. It works masterfully. And one of the reasons that I'm sure they have implemented it, because there's so many people out there that are in THWGlobal that have registered, is so that if people don't get an email, if they happen to send out an email, if people didn't go into their message center, that when they log on and they send out a push notification, that push notification would show up. So make sure that all of your folks, you inform all of your folks that they need to log into the back office and they need to allow for the push notifications. Okay, very, very, very important. All right, so that's number one. Number two, there was a very important message that came in on August the 20th, more beta testing countries. You'll find this under your message center. Let's go on and click here to read it. All right. So, by the way, you'll see that even with the THW communication messages now, that there are banner ads down here, a banner ad. Okay. So more and more we're seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the gold rush. All right, so here's what they said basically. You'll see it in your back office. We're happy to announce that they've added all these countries here. Let's see, Brazil, Colombia, New Zealand, Belgium, Netherlands, Argentina, Australia, my folks down under. Anytime we do a live webinar, we have a ton of folks from Australia. Mexico, Venezuela, Peru, Chile. Beautiful country, by the way. My wife and I visited there a couple years ago. Ecuador, Bolivia, Uruguay, Paraguay, Aruba. Boy, there are a lot in South America there. Cool. Guyana, Suriname. All right, you can see. All right, I won't name them all. Costa Rica. We've got some in Dominican Republic, and Dominica, Bahamas, Belize. So a lot in South America, a lot in Central America, Haiti, Barbados, Puerto Rico, St. Kitts, a lot in the Caribbean. Wow, fantastic. And it says that these countries are also seeing ads from Tier 1 advertisers. Additional countries will be added back soon as well. Okay. All right. So make sure that you take a look at that. So congratulations to those countries that have just come back aboard. Listen, one of the things that we want to do, I know we're not viewing for pay right now. All right. But what our viewing is very, very important. All right. So if you're looking at THWGlobal as whether a part-time income stream or maybe a full-time income stream or maybe, ultimately scaling to 6 or 7 figures, let's do our part in beta. All right. Now, I'm not saying commit 10 hours a week right now. We're not getting paid. That, you know, nobody's going to probably do that. I shouldn't say that. Some of you might. But, you know, on a daily basis, commit to viewing a certain number of videos as an example. So maybe you say, okay, I'm going to view 20 videos a day. I'm going to view 30 videos a day while we're in this beta phase. And then just commit to it, you know, view and give a thumbs up. So, for instance, give me just a moment here. All right, so, you know, let's say I like to go to recently added. And you can see we've got a banner ad up here. We'll scroll down. There's a different banner ad down here. I'll just go with this, this first video here. We've got another banner ad right here. We may have a, we've got an ad right here. Okay, so obviously, you know, you're going to view the ad and then watch the video, and you know, I'll always, you know, give a thumbs up. Why not? Give a thumbs up, and you can see here another video ad. So what we saw is we saw an ad up at the top. We saw an ad at the bottom, and that's before we even clicked onto the video. We clicked onto the video. We see an ad over here. And then as we're preparing to watch the video, there's another ad there. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, if that's not getting prepared for the gold rush, I don't know what is. Another message that came through, and some of you may not have gotten this, excuse me, this came through to my email today. And it talked about that we were serving 26 countries, 40 more being added, 40 more that were added. Those are the 40 that we just talked about. So it looks like now we've got a total of 66 countries that are now able to view first tier type of advertising. And just to help you understand the significance of that, it was, let me see, February 2005 is when YouTube was launched. The first video was posted in April of 2005, 18-second video. And I don't believe they launched into other countries outside the U.S. until about 2007. It was a couple of years later, and they launched in 9 different countries. So right now in beta, it looks like we've got 66 countries. All right, and some of these countries, Dominica, for instance, I only think they don't have more than 100,000 or 200,000 citizens there. You know, so for them to be viewing, that's cool. That's cool. That's real cool. Okay. All right. Now here's what I wanted to hit on real quickly, and this was also in the same post. They talked about a customer certification system, all right? And this was going to allow folks to generate what could possibly be very significant income. Now, I don't know much about this yet. I don't know anything more than what I've read here. But essentially what I do know is with a coded bonus system, let's go back to give me a moment. Okay, let's do it from here. All right, they said that they were 21 days away from introducing direct video and display ad sales for THWGlobal video platform. And then they talked about an online certification of our IVs to sell ads to be served through the platform will also become available around this time. Now, this is important. It says, please keep in mind that certification will be completely optional and not required to earn credits for viewing a video. So it looks like in just a few short weeks, there's going to be an online certification process that you can optionally participate in. And if you optionally participate in that could also bring an additional stream of income. It is not required. It is not required. It is not required to participate in that optional program in order for you to earn your up to $25 an hour or your up to $5 an hour when anyone that you personally enroll views content, or your up to $1 per hour anywhere in your 10 levels when someone views an hour's worth of content, so on and so forth. All right, so that's got this certification part has nothing to do with the compensation plan that you hopefully are already somewhat familiar with. This is something totally new and distinct. Again, I don't have a lot of details on it, but when they talk about the process, we'll also launch phase 2 of our compensation plan, our coded bonus system. Now, until we get the details, we can't really do a lot of training on this, but I will tell you that some of the top income earners in our industry have been folks that have promoted systems that had a coded bonus system. Way back in the mid-90s, there was a company called XL Communications that was, at the time, it was the behemoth. And there was a gentleman there. At the time, it was a record in the industry, I believe, generating over $1 million a month from the compensation plan. Meaning, there might have been some other folks that were generating more than $1 million a month because they also had tools and resources. Remember the Amway, where once you got to a diamond, some people would sell the book of the week or the tape of the week or what have you, and they generated a lot of revenue that way. But from a pure just making money in the compensation plan, I believe, I believe that the #1 income earner at that time was generating over $1 million a month, and that was through a coded bonus system. All right, so a coded bonus system can be extremely, extremely lucrative. It can put a lot of money into a lot of people's pockets pretty quickly. As soon as we have more details, we'll do some training on it so that you'll better understand it. What I will say, the certification process will pay a minimum coded bonus of $10 with a maximum coded bonus of $100. And there'll be some steps there in between. But with so many people coming aboard, the amounts aren't necessarily huge. But when you take $10 times the potential of hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, when you take 20, 30, 40, whatever the numbers happen to be, you won't go straight from $10 to $100, but whatever that amount happens to be. And again, we'll do some training on this because it's not just you getting bonuses from anyone that you've personally enrolled. It's some team related bonuses that pay out to an unlimited depth. And that's what this message was saying. It was saying, we're days away. Let's do this. We're days away from introducing our IV customer certification system, which will reward IVs with a minimum certification bonuses from $10 to $100 per IV customer certified on their IV team to infinity. All right. Now, once again, once we have more details, we'll share it with our audience. This could be huge. This could be huge. All right. Now, obviously, it does say failure to become certified will forfeit any and all certified reward bonuses from your IV team to infinity. So we want to be on. Pay very close attention, because just as soon as they let us know what the requirements are to become certified, then we're going to all want to become certified. Now, obviously, it looks like to become certified, there's going to be some type of outlay to become certified. So just go on and plan for that, and don't trip over pennies getting to dollars. In other words, don't say, "Well, I knew they were going to charge something." No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be certified. It just means that if you're not certified, then you're going to forfeit that potential huge, colossal income stream. All right. So you don't have to be certified. You don't have to spend any money. But if you're a smart business person, go on. I don't know how much certification is going to be, but go on and start, setting some funds aside so that you can pay whatever it is we may have to wind up paying, and then going through that certification process. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we have more information. Speaking of that, ladies and gentlemen, if you have found value in this training, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you go and you register to be a part of our webinar following and our webinar list, THWGlobalwebinar.com. Yours truly, I am not THW Global. I'm not an insider. I'm not a principal. I'm not an owner. I'm an IV just like you. We've built 5 7-figure businesses in the past, and we believe that THW Global by far will be our biggest build of anything that we've ever built. with the multiple streams of income, folks. So what we are teaching our audience is that once we start viewing, take a percentage of your viewing income and recapitalize that back into your business, reinvest that back into your business in the form of having the proper tools and resources and even paid traffic to build out a long-term sustainable business. So if anything that we've said in today's training, if you haven't already opted in, resonates with you, go on and opt in. Again, I just wanted to give you that disclaimer that when you opt in, yes, we've got the URL THW Global webinar because it was available. All right, we're not THW Global, we're not principals, we're not owners or anything like that. And any of the discussions that we have with our audience, whether on live webinars or in trainings like this, is coming from our vantage point. If we say something that's not quite correct and obviously wouldn't be intentional, and we have to come back and retract it, then we will do so. Or if THW Global says, no, you can't say it like that, we'll make those changes. But I just want to make sure that we give you full disclosure there. And then lastly, very soon for our audience means anybody who finds value in our style, our teaching, our training. Our style doesn't resonate with everybody, and that's cool. That's okay. We only attract the people that we're supposed to attract. Okay. So if our style resonates with you, then you're part of our following. Doesn't matter whose 10-level organization you're in, who your sponsor is, so on and so forth. Now, we're going to be launching for our audience our reverse advertising system here in really just a matter of days, just waiting for a few final things to be able to launch this. This is going to be a mobile marketing platform to promote THW Global. So the design is to use this system to promote THW Global. At the same time, you'll be building a mobile marketing list unlike anything that you've ever seen before. This isn't just another SMS text list. We've enlisted the services of a gentleman who has been building marketing systems for over 18 years, some of the most successful marketing systems that the internet has seen. As a matter of fact, in one of his marketing properties, he generated over $3 million a month with just one of his marketing properties. With some of the systems that he's developed, he's taken people that were novices that knew nothing about marketing, knew nothing about network marketing, knew nothing about direct sales or anything like that. And because his systems are based on systems, all right, people fail, systems win. All right, people fail, systems win. If you will just operate the system, run the system, it will run your business. And so be on the lookout. Make sure that you are opted in to THWGlobalWebinar.com. What we do is on Tuesday evenings, we do a combo webinar at 8 p.m. U.S. East Coast time. We do a combo webinar where we present THW Global for the first 30 to 35 minutes or so. And then we have what I like to call a finger paint, basic marketing training type of webinar. Really part of the same webinar. We just take a break. We allow our new folks to go on and get registered. And, if they're not looking to really build the business, they're just looking to be IVs and view, then they can go on and dismiss themselves. But those that want to learn, how do you market? How do you start to build an enterprise? Yes, I want to view. Yes, I want to make money, but I want to be one of those that builds a large organization. And I want to be able to translate that skill set that I build a large THW Global organization to building anything else out there, because it's the same marketing principles. Whether you're building THW Global or ABC or DEF or GHI, it's the same principles. So once you get it to build THW Global, you can now start to look to develop multiple income streams without cross-recruiting and without sabotaging your THW Global business. All right, very important that we say that. All right, and then on Thursday nights, what we do at 8 p.m. Eastern is we do training right for the foreseeable future on mobile marketing. Combining your cell phone, turning your mobile phone into an ATM by promoting THW Global, and the marketing system has its own internal income stream, which is extremely powerful, that we could build a 6 or 7 figure business on all on its own. So we trust that you got value out of this training. Make sure that you have opted in. If you can't make our live webinars, that's okay, because we do record them and we do send them out Sometimes it's the next day, sometimes it's a few days later, but we do send them out. So that way, if you're in France or if you're in Australia, when we're having a webinar and that's not convenient for you, as long as you're registered, you'll be in our email list. You'll also be instructed to register for our push notification system. Just like we just showed you a few moments ago, we've got our own push notification system. That way, if for some reason you're not getting our emails, anytime we send out a training post or we send out a webinar reminder, you'll get it right there to your computer, or if you did the push notification on your cell phone, you get it right there on your cell phone. Very non-intrusive, so it's not going to be bothering you. It'll just pop up, and then you just click and say, oh, okay, new training, so on and so forth. All right, with that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. Certainly looks like THW Global is going to be gold, so we're going to make a lot of green. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.